need to carry, like who's going to be the best, and they pick out Slark, and they just kind of round it all out so that they can rely more on their execution, like you said, and their actual play in the game rather than going straight for a strategic battle. Meanwhile, Complexity still stand by that they got to pick something that's strictly suited for them. We'll find out if that happens as we see Complexity does get Dire side here, and they are going to ban out that bounty once again. Meanwhile, Wings taking out MP and Tiny. So Complexity does seem to have the favorite side in terms of their comfort level.
Leave out Invoker
And
get yourself Beastmaster?
I think Beastmaster...
Okay. Yes. Because you know Wings is going to take the Invoker if you leave it out there. So then you get the Beastmaster for yourself.
Oh,
and
very
then you
good.
get the OD against the Invoker.
And that definitely came in with a plan here. I mean, no thought needed as the turn comes over to their side, and Wings now falls back in their court right away.
I mean, there's still the Enchantress if they want to solve the Invoker versus OD laning phase. It's still possible for them. Like, if you want to focus on laning phase, that's one of the strongest supports that can actually offer you that.
Alright, well, Wings, some options to mull over here after seeing the first two instant picks coming out for Complexity, and it's going to be Wisp coming out for Wings.
I mean, it's still a laning phase support, but it offers more in terms of team fight, because the way Beastmaster will work is like they focus one target and you have to relocate to actually bail the target out. So it's a good way of dealing with the Primal Raw.
Okay.
You know what I like is actually Earth Spirit for Complexity. Gets through that 3-4. Change up the 4 position. Don't have Z-Freak pick up another Doom.
Yeah, I think that the Earth Spirit is much stronger in
How about
team
putting
fights.
him on Enigma against relocate? Do you like that?
I like that as well. The Earth Spirit for me is like the AoE silence and stun, but Enigma offers like very much the similar objectives. It just gives you that mech timing, right? Which the mech timing with the Beastmaster, that sounds actually like a better idea.
10 seconds remaining.
So if you personally think, you know, you would favor that pick for Complexity, do you think it's also priority enough for Wings to ban it here in this phase? Just take it off the board? Don't deal with that X factor coming into
I mean,
this
if they're
game,
worried about stuff that's good versus relocate, other than Black Hole, there's still the Winter's Curse, which Complexity would pick as well for the Wyvern, so you can't really ban out everything. So
Right,
it's more
yeah.
of like the general strategy, what you don't want Complexity to have.
Okay.
I'd be way more scared of Earth Spirit though.
10 seconds remaining.
Just in
given
terms of
Z-Freaks.
relativity,
Yeah.
even if it's the same theory.
It was also like their Achilles heel in the game versus Liquid. Like the Earth, like the Wings were dominating with their Wisp, like 11-2 or something, and then the Earth Spirit just came back in all these team fights, even without any items. So I think it's just that hero that can just obliterate them in team fights, whether or not they're ahead or behind.
How about Mirana with the prison?
It's probably a team fight. I think Wings can play around that much easier.
So just you get in real place. If you go for essentially the same build that they did, or same heroes that they did in Game 3 against Maneski, what do you replace the Tiny Wisp with? So Mirana OD, Beastmaster offlane, and they get some other really strong dual lane kill combo.
No, no ideas
Gyrocopter
here.
Disruptor, yeah, I mean, whatever. There's a lot of options.
Remaining.
Alright, well, it's actually going to be the Doom ban coming out from Wings.
5
So
seconds
definitely
remaining.
won't be seeing that coming out for Complexity. Kind of taking that off the board themselves. And there's the enchant.
Yeah, that's the Enchant brand.
Turn to
But
pick.
I still like the Enigma a lot against relocate, and you can use one of your first deny to help out the Beastmaster in the laning phase, because usually Beastmaster on off lane you struggle a little if the enemy supports are very good at dealing with you. So Enigma can also indirectly help the Beastmaster in terms of getting towards his level 6.
I like it too because I don't think they're like your timing is going to be really good around that mech plus Beastmaster getting maybe Necrobook 2.
They still need a hero that can build a mech, so
Yeah, and then on top of that, Wings wouldn't be able to capitalize on that, right? If you have these slower slower 4 position and slower 3 position that need basic item timings, like with the Wisp, you don't quite have a hero that can like have a huge impact in the first 8 minutes of the game, say, as some sort of rotating hero like the Bounty Hunter Earth Spirit Doom that we've seen.
They handled the Enigma quite well though. Kuro tried this Enigma versus the IO, and they just picked Nyx Assassin to counter it, and very well timed carapaces made it extremely difficult for him.
Honestly, definitely mulling over their options quite a bit here. So Enigma being brought up by our panel here at ESL One Manila. Our Spirit, of course, came up earlier. Will it be one of those two, or Perhaps another pick and save it for the next turnaround.
I mean, they definitely can go greedy because against a Wiz, it's like the Wiz can't really pressure you too much, so you can afford
That's
to go.
also not true because they aggroed in the lane too.
Oh, that was the
Liquid game.
Liquid game.
Yeah, they did aggro tri-lane with the Wisp and the Wisp Venge plus Juggernaut. So they actually do like a lot of strange things with the Wisp. That is very atypical.
Okay.
Dazzle. Very defensive, but good in the lane. Doesn't reveal too much. So it's really unclear what direction Complexity are heading right now. There's so many things they can still do. Like Dazzle is just like a good laning support. Doesn't really show much to Wings, and Wings has to pick one more hero before Complexity can decide their overall composition, what they want to go for.
Leaving their options open.
I mean, they have sort of like a lot of global presence now. Sunstrike plus Relocate, so you need setup. When you have those two, you want setup. But that is not a setup.
I was like, all right, well, that doesn't quite seem... I'm no expert, but don't quite seem to fit the bill right there. But Weaver it is for Wings.
The Chinese scene, with all the qualifiers that were going on, the Chinese scene ran a lot of Weaver.
Is this
Wings
off lane?
is obviously one of the heroes. It's sometimes off lane, yeah. So, I think this is something... What was the last time they ran Weaver? I think Shadow was playing it, but I think in this case I'm going to operate under the presumption.
I mean, he can still play it and it be off lane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you really don't know with Wings though. They switch it up a lot.
Yeah, they do.
So why Weaver? Like, what is he particularly great, especially with like a lot of Dooms and Lions being picked up nowadays?
Laning phase, like good laning phase and flexibility because the hero can go to a lot of lanes, like safe lane or off lane, so it keeps your options open.
Wow. I think Complexity are in a great position with their drafts. Wings have very little control. The Phantom Lancer Dazzle combination is extremely strong. I just don't see Wings being able to like get a lineup that comes online fast enough to aggressively push against Complexity, because Complexity have this amazing mid to late game.
I think they have to pressure like the laning phase a lot with the viewer, like IOE or something like that. Like I'm not sure what can they do with the last pick, but if they don't pressure the early laning phase and they just like play standard, it's going to be difficult for them because of the PL Beastmaster. Like Beastmaster is going to provide a lot of vision for PL and OD, like to keep farming, and Dazzle is there to protect the lanes. So it's going to be very difficult. They need to be the aggressors this game for Wings.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little bit flipped right now. Complexity thinking something where they can play it a little bit safer until they're ready.
So
as we enter the last phase.
So this is the potential, duo kill combo that we're kind of talking about. Dazzle, Phantom Lancer as a replacement to the Tiny Wisp. Do you still want to see the Mirana?
Could still work, because it helps, like I mentioned, it's very important for them to get the laning phase stabilized, because right now Wings has a lot of pressure to do a lot in the laning phase, and Mirana is a very good laning phase support. Like you can help like just get one kill or two in the early game, and your whole laning phase becomes stabilized. So it could work for them with the prison. But apart from that lane though, the other lanes are hard to gank for Mirana.
There are better controlling heroes out there against like Weaver. If you're worried about that.
Yeah, I think I'd be worried about that. I don't think they would have enough team fight. Like if they wanted to contest Roche early versus Wings' lineup, I would be much more concerned if I had a Mirana on my team.
So what's a better support?
Earth Spirit.
Back to the Earth Spirit is, well, it is that last pick for Complexity.
I still can't believe we could see a fifth pick Earth Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just snuck through this whole match. Been slipping through, but now it seems like it might be the best option.
I think even Lion would be fine too. Good burst for the Wisp.
Yeah, they just need control and damage. That's all. Like Earth Spirit, Lion. Like Lion provides obviously more instant damage, and Earth Spirit provides more like team fight control, silence, disable. But both of the heroes definitely could work with their lineup. I just like Earth Spirit a little bit more because of the laning. Like early game, you can pressure more with the Earth Spirit.
And the hit Wisp where it hurts.
Early game.
Early game.
All right, not much time left. Complexity. Which will it be? It's gonna be the Mirana actually going straight back in.
Wait,
the Venom comes out. Yeah. Yes. The Venom Master comes out for Wings. They both. Is it good here?
I mean, it's good for their tempo. They need to play fast pace, pressure towers, push. So
position 1 Venom.
All right, maybe it's time to see it. Wings pulling out all stop steers to secure their spot. Same with Complexity. playing a little bit of a different draft here, trying to go for a little bit more of a secure early game here so that they can play when they are comfortable in the game. They do round it up with Marana or Panel, a little bit perhaps favoring some other heroes, but it all comes down to the execution now. The draft is finished. One last game between Wings and Complexity to see who plays one more time tomorrow in front of the crowd here in the Mall in Asia Arena. Let's go to game number 3 at ESL One Manila 2016 as the decider match in this group.
Seconds remaining.
Indeed, Trevor, thank you very much. And here we have it, Game 3, Complexity versus Wings. And this whole series, it's been quite a crazy one. We're seeing some crazy stuff coming out, and we're going to end it with a coL Venno. What's up with that, Purge?
I've been waiting for it to happen. Wings does draft it sometimes. I saw some bans and a couple replays that I watched leading into the tournament, and it has huge damage potential. So all you do is really wait until their BKBs run out, and then you do ridiculous amounts of damage to them. So, and it's also pretty good against OD because it slows them constantly, keeps them far away from you. That may be countered slightly due to Complexity's Leap on Marana. They did this strategy earlier today where they maxed out Leap first by level 7 for the movement speed and attack speed bonus. But you know, it'll be crazy to see how this goes. They could get a lot of advantage out of their offlane as well with the Weaver. They've got Wisp, obviously, so they can do like relocate dunks and lots of cool stuff. It'll be a great game.
What are you looking forward to, Slacks?
Oh my god, I've been waiting for this my whole life. The banana is back. Just give us one banana mancer taunt, just one, please. I'm begging you, Team Wings.
Well, we'll see if indeed he does bring that out as the game does go on. I mean, so you're running a Venno, Purge. In terms of the lanes...
Oh, he's got it. Oh my
he's
god,
got it
the dream is coming. Sorry, go ahead, OD.
In the lanes, how good is this Venno going to match up against what Complexity going to put down on that bottom lane against
Well,
him?
it'll be against a Beastmaster, so if you get Poison Sting, it's going to do a lot of damage, obviously. 2 points in that does, what, 9 times 12? I'm not going to do math on stream. That's a lot of damage.
118, Purge.
That's going to kill some, that's going to kill boys.
108, sorry.
Oh, see? That's why you don't do math on
He fell in the
stream.
trap,
You
OD.
messed up. You're an idiot. So it's pretty good at killing the boars at least. You'll be ranged. You can also do like a max ward build, but obviously that does push the lane, so it can be negative. But at the very least, you can get a lot of last hits. You can push lanes very effectively, and when you get into team fighting ranges, it's really, really effective at just doing lots of damage.
Begins.
And I guess just having that extra magical damage as well, pretty good against the Dazzle lineup. You know, the armor's going to be there, but that's not really going to matter if you get the kind of the tick damage onto him, and obviously Invoker coming in with the hard-hitting combos, and as you said, just the potential for this IO to help position heroes like the Shaker and the Venomancer in the middle of the fight, so they can have a chance of getting off huge ults, even if they don't have a great start and are struggling to find that Blink Dagger timing on them.
Yeah, I think the hardest lane for them to win is probably usually going to be a Weaver dual lane. Weaver has really low base stats, so not much mana, not much HP, so if he gets pressured too much here, it can be really tough for his lane.
Yeah, well, I have a question for you. Now, I find Phantom Lancer, he can be a good hero, but I find him a little underwhelming typically, especially when you get to the late game and mid game when he's supposed to be doing well. Do you think he's going to fare okay in this match?
They'll probably be fine. He is being picked a lot just as a hero that does fine against Invoker. You can actually potentially kill Invoker. Him killing you is fairly unlikely. You've got high armor. You can remove Cold Snap by using Doppelganger. It's a pretty good matchup here, but I do agree that the mid game can sometimes be a little bit weak.
We'll be interested to see how well Lim can do. Obviously, Blink, one of his strongest, if not the strongest hero, is Invoker. Bottom lane, Fisher coming through. Shadow with the level 1 and Poison Sting, ticking both of them down. And Ice Ice just giving Handscan the rundown here. The boss trying to hold him back. Sunstrike. Oh! Close Handscan, smart movement there. Double backing up to make sure that the Sunstrike's gonna miss.
Yeah, he absolutely knew what he was doing, man. We've all played against Invokers enough to know how to dodge a Sunstrike. If you don't, you're not gonna make it. Excuse me, Bert, you wanna go?
You dodge Sunstrikes?
Yeah. You're gonna have to dodge my fist after this game. Now get back to the casting, alright?
Alright.
Alright. Bottom Ice Ice. Clarity'd up. They're gonna drop another fish here, but just trying to harass back these two, get the space for the Venomancer to find the farm. And Shadow at the moment having a bit of a problem CSing. He's only managed to get one here in the lane, now up to 2. So we'll see how well he kind of fares in the top lane. OD against the Weaver. Chessie finding the farm. We'll see. I mean, at what stage did this kind of dual lane become a threat for the OD? Is there a certain level that we're going to see here? We're going to see an arrow hit perfectly. Z-Freak had issues with the timing earlier in this combo earlier today, but now hitting it bang on. But Faith may just find a kill in return. The book's going to bite him incredibly low. He's going to look for Chessie instead. Can't quite get it though. And both heroes of Complexity very lucky to just keep themselves alive. Chessie's got a salve, he'll be fine. First but they're on the board for complexity, and they got to really watch out for that Astral into arrow. If it hits, it's going to be a dead hero, especially in a Weaver IO lane where both are incredibly squishy.
Yeah, if this was a tanky offlane hero, I don't know if this combo would really matter that much, at least until OD is a later level, but because it's a squishy but exploitable dual lane, it definitely gets a lot harder here for them.
Yeah, in the last couple games we were talking about their lack of setups. I mean, OD is such a great setup, man. You got that level 1, 4 seconds, and then to capitalize it, oh, jeez, you got that arrow. There's no getting away. What do? Well, I know one thing that you do when your Venomancer being chased down, you run for your life, and then maybe turn it around. If things work out, no stun. I'm gonna walk away.
Oh, they're gonna get a ball out of it though. But as we're seeing, just the presence of this Earthshaker, making it very hard really for Complexity to fully go in. But one thing that's going to be very nice as well from the side of Complexity, when they do start to group up and go for these pushes, you've got to remember, with Chessie's Essence Aura on the OD, there's going to be heals for days coming out from the Dazzle. Top lane though, hold that thought. As the boats come out, again the Astral holding back the Weaver. Chessie getting himself under the tower. He's going to take fairly low hit to the bug, but should be fine as he bites it off. But yeah, the push with the Dazzling OD, that's going to be insane coming from the side of Complexity once it comes online.
Yeah, it's permanent heals, especially with like Phantom Lancer illusions. If you spawn them and run them after somebody and they're hitting them, you can heal bomb those.
Yeah.
Do a ton of damage to a target.
Well, you know, he's not as good as Omni Knight, but he's alright.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
Okay.
I saw the other day that you're like the 12th best Omni Knight in the world.
For real?
According to Dota buff. It's
Oh my
not real,
God.
so that's...
Oh man, the world is in trouble. That's not good.
Yeah, it's a bad sign for the world.
Oh boy. Well anyway, in the mid lane, we're trading off. Who's winning this thing right now? Is PL doing that much better?
I mean, he's doing fine. He's got 21 CS versus the 19 of Invoker. Invoker's gonna be a lot stronger in the mid game due to how his skills work, but in the super late game, PL can be better. And if he does get some advantage, he can also move around the map getting a lot of kills, so...
Oh, that base there,
right.
when that slap came through, shook the whole room. Oh, force back the Dazzle on spawn lane, mid lane still, Limp going in. And as you said, yeah, the mid lane matchup going very well for the PL, as expected with the way that the hero does work against Invoker and top lane. You can see Weaver and IO trying to go in, he has got a leap away here, Z-Freak, so he's going to be alright. Chessie, maybe seeing if he could set something up in return with an Astral, but... Z-Freak just a little bit too far away, probably not going to be able to get back in to follow up a damage onto a successful stun. This bottom lane at the moment, Veno catching up with Farm, and we're seeing even Farm now between both Shadow and Swindles. Still mid lane, Limp putting a lot of pressure on the Invoker.
And he's just trying to keep them as low as possible on the safe lane, because if they do have a lot of HP, they'll just dive and go for the kill. So, for now, maxing out Plague Wards most likely, ring Basilius to give him some mana over time, and Earthshaker just sits there, because he can't let the Veno get behind. Veno's kind of a hero that, if you die too many times in lane, you can still contribute to fights, but it completely changes your ability to snowball. Because if you're ahead, you get a Veil at a good timing, you can just get like a Rampage if you get a good ult off. So they just need to protect him for a bit. Invoker won't die mid, the off lane is also safe. The dual lanes that Wings are putting out here are just really safe and secure.
Nope, safe and secure is what we've been seeing a lot from these two teams in this best of 3 match, but we've been seeing a little bit of action too. No action happening in the mid lane though, as the Pussycat takes his time.
Top lane as well, he's got to be careful. Weaver, he is getting a lot of space on this lane. We're seeing him pretty much catch up to the amount of farm that Chessie's got.
Yeah, that's just a regen thing. Like, when Wisp heals himself, it heals the person he's tethered to also. So any bit of regen that they have doubles, basically. And they can't actually match that, because every time they trade, they both do lose a lot of HP, but Wisp can just heal them both up.
It really is working out at the moment. Smoke's going to be picked up by Eye as well. Ice coming past the mid lane, and we'll see how far he wants to take a walk. Might want to go and head up to the top to try and punish Chessie's OD. We'll see if they can catch out Z-Freak in the jungle here on his Mirana. Bottom lane, Complexity, securing the rune here for the PL. And looks like he might try and come in for a gank as well. If he can get that initial lance onto the Venomancer, they'll have a good chance of taking him down. It's going to be, yeah, pretty much at the same time, just Wings looking for the OD, Complexity looking for the Venomancer. Venomancer's already backed up on the other half of the map though. OD still standing behind the tower. See how confident Wings are going to feel going for this one.
Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more ganking coming out of Complexity, though. I mean, they've only got 1 kill. We're on to 7 minutes, one of the least... Well, no, we're fine. I mean, shouldn't they be doing a little bit more? They're getting a lot of space over the Wings.
Well, they don't really have the best ganking heroes. The best ganker they have is obviously Mirana Arrow, but she can only do so much on the map, and a lot of times, even if the arrow lands, there's enough damage to follow up afterwards to get the kill. Beastmaster is really good as well, but he's been dual laning this whole time. He's still level 5, so... And they've got a Dazzle as their other support, so their gank potential is really not as high as you might think it is.
Alright, well, Mr. Kitty, down in the middle lane. He's still pushing, abandoned by Invoker. Ooh, into the top lane. Not really anything is going on. I'm getting freaked out. These two teams are very aggressive. Why is nothing happening? I'm scared.
Oh, they're both desperate for action. You can see mid, Z-Freak's actually going to make the rotation, see if he can help out Limp
Radiant's middle tower
by catching an arrow. We'll see if he goes for it here or if he's going to indeed continue to move down bottom and try and help out on the cause of shutting down this Namancer, who, as we saw earlier, PL made the walk down there, but with the ward around that spot, Wings well aware of it, and they keep themselves safe.
They're feeding a decent amount of ward gold, but it is giving them vision and protecting the Veno, which is the important thing. Like, normally, if you're playing on Radiant side here, you have to ditch this lane so fast because the ganks come and they just kill you. But instead, he just puts wards surrounding the side jungle. That way he sees them approaching. The only way they get a kill on him here, I think, is if they smoke past them and then initiate from range. That's hard to do. So he defends the tower longer than you normally get on the Radiant side, and this may be one of the reasons why Wings has a really good Radiant win rate.
There we have again. Trying to come in on this bottom lane, but as you said, Shadow playing it safe. We do have this deep ward here, complexity, so they'll see that he is still opting to hang around. Z-Freak coming around as the jungle. He's actually going to bump into the Invoker here. He's got to be a little bit careful as Wings. They've got 4 men down on this bottom lane. Ice, hanging around, level 4 now on the Shaker. But again, it's just complexity, trying to find something and really struggling to kind of form a plan to deal with this safe lane of Wings as Shadow continues to get the space he needs. Mid lane arrow slightly off the mark, and Limp has got to be careful. Doppelgangers away. Both teams just unable to find these kills that they are desperately searching for.
Yeah, the arrow into PL kills, it's possible, but if he doesn't land the arrow, there's no way. And Z-Freak's now sitting at level 4 at 9 minutes. He's going a slightly different build than he did earlier today. He is grabbing some Starstorm. A little curious why he's adjusting the build. Probably because of Wisp. He's going to get a lot of damage out of... Wisp is most likely always going to be there when he's trying to nuke down the carry, so... That's my guess. Gale on bottom on Swindles. He may die to this.
Yeah, with the Fishes to follow up as well. There's going to be a heal from Hanscan. Hanscan, can he keep this man alive? Swindles turns around the ball and he goes for the TP.
Cancel this TP.
Oh, no.
I got a lot of questions.
Oh.
I mean, he was going to die anyways because he had Enchant Totem on Earthshaker, but still a pretty big mistake. Dive mid.
Now let's see if Wings can try and continue this momentum. They found one. Can they find themselves a second? Z-Freak gonna jump away. Stunstruck is gonna be a point. Oh no! Z-Freak lucky that he stopped to try and chip away at the Germinate bug. Oh, that's Faith. He's gonna continue to try and go for Limp here.
He's got a lot of minus armor right now. He'll just go to the high ground unless it messes up.
Nope, he's good. Easy peasy. And we're still doing this intricate dance. 1-1 at 10 minutes. Man, the patience. It's happening, boys.
Invoker's going to be able to finish off his Midas now, 10 minutes in. I mean, look at the Venom. What is the build then for this safe lane Venom? What kind of big items do you look for first as Shadow?
Veil's the first one for sure. It's the cheapest way to amplify your damage. You'll grab Aghanims afterwards, and then I believe Blink or Shadow Blade for mobility, so you can initiate a bit easier. And then afterwards, you can buy various items. Merlini said earlier today that you go Blade Mail into Butterfly as your 6 items. Kind of a weird build, but it does keep you alive. But at that stage, your ultimate is on like a 60-second cooldown. You can Veil after it. You've got tons of mana pool, and you can also just generally annoy people and prevent them from initiating easily without you seeing them coming. That's why the wards are so good. He can just spam these out, he's safe. Unless he gets arrowed.
I mean, yeah, he really is. We've seen for the first 10 minutes they've tried, 2-3 times to come down here and do something about the Venom. But they just can't close that gap on him. Wings, able to protect the Venom very, very nicely. And mid lane, of course, Invoker. Now with that Midas, should be able to start to sail ahead of the PL in terms of farm, unless Limp can find these kills as he rotates around the map.
It's kind of interesting, actually, how Invoker lost his tower so early. It's 11 minutes in, Invoker has 73 CS. He's lasted him very well. But Limp has just been constantly pushing the wave with Juxtapose, spawning illusions and pushing the wave. And it has resulted in a tower kill. It's pretty impressive. This is just like small metric things that he's done over the course of the laning stage. Always pushing the lane, always nuking the Invoker when he runs back so that he can pressure the tower a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen Forge Spirits get out pushed in the mid lane though. And the fact that Limp did this is really important because now, anytime they gank in the middle, the TP support is so much farther away.
On top lane talking about ganks, Wings coming in hard. This is going to be Chessie and Z-Freak hanging around, Ice Tice. He's looking to come around and spot them both out, looking for the Fisher, but Chessie holding him back with the Astral still. The Germinate flies through, get the bugs onto both. Faith continuing to chase. TP reactions now coming out, they're going to Gale onto Chessie, tried to turn and punch back at Faith, but they should be able to find the only kill. No, Shadowclave coming out. Chessie, is he going to be able to live through this one? The heal coming through as well. Chessie, he's going to be fine. Faith can't get himself back in to finish off the OD. Now Io in a little bit of trouble. In comes the arrow as well. Oh, it's not going to connect on the heroes. Io still regening up, and Faith going coming back in again, tickling away at Complexity. Limp jumps out, time that's back there from the Weaver. Fisher onto 3, Faith comes in to clean up 1, now going for T3, but the jump bounce there, Sanity to clean a jump by Chessie, finds 1, he gets 2!
Oh, the couriers.
What again, these
There's a
folks
banana
go
on the
to-
ground.
There's a banana! Oh, yes. Oh, sweet banana.
Oh, Z3. Oh! Nice! They got him! He ticked out in the fountain.
Oh, nice
Oh
present.
man, so I mean, Complexity do find kills in return, but Wings, they're finding pretty even trade and they get themselves a tier 2 as well, so the push is successful.
I'm quite surprised it went so well for them. I mean,
Oh, can they get, with this Gale connection.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got a TP, can they get themselves into canceling? No!
they're all so slow. The boar. You know, without Veno ulti, I didn't think that was going to go well, but they did delay the fight long enough. The Weaver would pop in, time lapse back, go back in, back up again, reinitiate so many times that the poison actually did a massive amount of damage over the course of the team fight.
Yeah, I agree with the smoke that they're pumping here. As you guys were saying, we got to be careful about this Venomancer snowballing out of control and getting ahead. So these guys need to fight. They need to put this down. And if they lose this, though, it could be pretty bad coming out for Team Complexity.
Yeah, and the other thing is that Z-Freak needs levels. The only way he's going to get this is by participating in kills.
Raw onto Emoka to lead the way. They'll drop down the weave. Fisher holding back side of Complexity, but the heal bomb comes through and they've taken down 1. Z-Freak pulling over. The Shadow Grave's going to buy him some time. Faith trying to find a hand scan. He should be able to finish off the Dazzle and he will. At the same time, Shadow getting chased down. He'll go down. Chessie on a killing spree. Now with the Weaver and I returning, coming back in with Ice to see if they can chase down these guys. Fisher connects up to Chessie. Limp. Oh, he's stuck, but he's got the doppelganger down to the low ground. Face there to follow up, and now being tethered up by the IO, should be able to have a good shot at finishing off this PL here, and he will. Double kill for Y on the IO. Chessie still on the run here. Ice. He has got a Fisher. Is he going to go for it? The bugs. Oh, beautiful placement. Beautiful bugs. Beautiful bugs from Faith, getting the vision and securing them another big kill. So again, Wings in these fights, this time Complexity the one to lead in, and Wings able to get a very, very nice turnaround and end up getting those high priority kills of both the OD and the PL at the end.
Yeah, I'm just really liking this Weaver pick.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's fighting so early in this patch, especially at this tournament, and Weaver is one of the best early game heroes ever. He goes invisible, he can run maximum movement speed, he's immune to slows while he's invis, not to mention that he has a free cheese essentially by using his ultimate. Good physical damage, he can just chase down PL endlessly. It's hard for those heroes to get those kills.
Swindles, he has to be careful. He comes a little bit too close for comfort. He pops the stick charges, but this man's surely going to go down the graves there in time though. And now the turnaround, we're on to Iron with that grave. It could be huge, but still Faith continues, gets the kill. Time lapse is out now. He's going to be able to retreat. He's going to have Invis there in a second, getting himself away for the sentry, trying to juke this one out. And Faith turning around with the bugs. He's going to go for the TP out with the heal bombs there. And they will get the Weaver this time. So they lose a Beastmaster, but this time Complexity finding the end to that Weaver's run, and as you're saying, he was having quite a run at the moment, 15 minutes in.
Another deny coming out of Complexity there. It's a really big pickup. And that heal bomb keeps impressing me how much damage it does. I think people are going to live and all of a sudden they just take 500 physical damage from a simple dazzle. Maybe even something like a medallion would be a good pickup this game. Could really amplify their kills.
It's certainly starting to get some of the money now. So it's going to be picking up the that was dumb.
Alright, the boys, the Venomancer. What's this next item? How do we do a carry Venomancer? He's got the veil, he's got a little bit of magical
Are you
damage.
even listening? Didn't you already ask this question?
I want to know how he
already
does it.
explains.
No, do it again.
This is what you do. You buy
He
an
gets
ogre
the
club.
axe.
What is that middle, the agility one? God, that one's hard.
Oh, you tried to
You got
sound
me.
smart.
You got me. Blade of Alacrity, selfless dude.
Well, we'll even it out.
Invested.
We're both idiots. What are you going to do? Anyway, down to the bottom. Our boy here.
He's
Put
very-
down some words.
Very close to finding level 11 as well. I mean, level 11 ult, and the veil. It's going to be a huge amount of damage.
Okay, Dazzle moving up with his physical damage. It's not as good as pure damage, but it's okay. Which Omni Knight does.
Depends if you have minus armor, in which
Okay.
case it would be better than pure.
Here we go again. Anyway, smoke out. The boys are looking for a kill. They're spreading their wings. Will it be a penguin or will it be a velociraptor, which did have wings? Don't judge me.
See what they can get. Wrap around to the bottom, Chessie. He's playing it carefully. He's up behind the tier 2, so unlikely the Wings will be able to find a kill. They might just reveal and go for the push, and that seems to be the play here.
Going OD's really hard. He can just banish himself to buy time while people TP in, for example. They don't have that much damage over time, and they're actually going to Roche.
Weaver, one of the best Roche heroes due to the fact that the bug does not die to Roche. And it can tank up to like 12 hits. Look at this.
Ooh, ooh.
Minus 10 armor right now on Roche. And I'm surprised he let the bug die. That was a bit weird.
Well, you know.
It's gonna be up in 5 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to stick around and go for it. We'll see if Complexity can get themselves in the neighborhood quick enough. They're actually going to go for taking the tier 1 top. Moonlight Shadow here, Chessie. Is he going to wander in? Chessie. I'll take the IO kill, Chessie. He gets himself one. Is he going to go give it another poke? Well, with Limp jumping in as well, he might have the chance to take it away from now. He's already gone. And Blink will pick it up here on the Invoker. The arrow will connect from Z3. Limp and Chessie contemplating trying to go back in for this fight. Lance out onto the Invoker. Looks like they're going to play it safe though. They don't want to try and fight into this Aegis. So Wings, they do just get away with that one successfully.
Now they're pressuring the mid lane a little bit. That's a nice freebie for Chessie.
Oh, and after that with that cash influx as well, Venom, he's going to opt for the Blink. Yeah,
Okay.
that was after the battle.
Yeah, he wants to initiate right away. Pretty good sense in that, honestly, because if he gets a good ulti off, it doesn't matter that Dazzle can infinitely heal. It just won't be enough heal. And then Weaver can clean them up very easily. He can chase really well, so if they're low, the only salvation they have is TPing.
Alright, well, we're waiting for the action to come out here. Great wards. As a support player, I like looking at the wards. Look at that beautiful ward right up on the cliff. Oh, that vision. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. But meanwhile, ooh, that's another nice ward there. Ooh la la, that's a great ward. Is this exciting for you guys? I mean, I'm big on wards, man.
Mostly the sounds coming out of your mouth.
Oh my god. Oh. Now that's a zesty ward. Oh. Great ward.
And
The crowd loves the ward.
Twitch chat cried out in pain just now.
Nice top lane. You see Chessie. And Hans can just reveal himself here, Faith.
It's going the Diffusal Blade build. Pretty cool.
Why is that cool?
Because you can mana burn with your Geminate attack as well, so drain mana. It does extra damage. You can remove silences from yourself. That part's pretty cool, while it also gives you a damage item, basically. And that way it's a lot better than Manta Style, plus Manta Style is so much more expensive as an item.
Wow, Purge, that was really cool. Thanks a lot.
I hate you.
Top lane, Haskell still, he's poking at them here. He is revealing himself, Faith. He's going to come in for a bit of action. Chessie's still there. I mean, it's always going to be a tricky one at Hanskin with the Grave Hand and the TP available. Oh, Wings smoked up here with the Invoker and the Shaker.
No blink on her Shaker.
Out at Limp. Yeah, it's... You can get the initial Fisher maybe. Kill potential going to be high. Hanskin still hanging around top. He knew he was just dealing with the two of them before, but now if they could get the vision here with Fisher, they can get him close enough. Nah, he's moonlighting. Smart move as well. Complexity realizing that something was going down across the map. And that's going to allow them to avert that smoke and make sure they keep the Dazzle alive.
I mean, I don't even know if it was worth moving all the way up there, because if they did kill him, he'd be dead for max 30 seconds. That's not that much of an advantage that gives you the high ground potential. I mean, they do have an Aegis, but you still have an Earthshaker that's semi-useless. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet, so yeah, he's going to have a great Fissure, but getting an amazing Echo Slam off might be difficult. So I don't know if forcing the high ground here is necessarily the right thing.
Well, it looks like they'll give a few pokes. They're sending in the swarm. And we'll see if they commit. TP in. That's gotta scare them. I mean, nobody likes that kitty coming in. Oh yeah, they're gonna be. There's no way. OD, I'll bet you $100 they beat. Take it now before they beat.
Let's see,
OD?
let's see. I'm watching.
They're just watching for the big Venom ulti. They did get weaved though, so it's kind of scary to fight right now.
Gonna make $100.
Both people just being very, very safe here. Shaker on the road to the Blink Dagger, 1,500 gold coming up from my size.
Yeah,
So-
they might as well play safe until he gets
Yeah.
the blink. It's way too dangerous to go high ground for now.
I mean, and then yeah, Earthshaker's initiation followed up by the Venomancers. It's a hell of a lot. Complexity. They're going to struggle to deal with it. Top lane. Shadow just toying with the PL. Gets the Gale out. Yeah, it's got the Weaver and the Eye around the corner. Not really enough control between these three to deal with Limp. I can start to try and harass him down. Diffusal Blade charge actually popped onto Limp here. There's the second one as well, but that's a couple of charges down and you're not getting that kill.
The more I'm looking at these fights, oh, never mind.
There we go, Raw, but there's going to be a relocate coming in from Wings, looking for the turnaround. Swindles tries for the DB out without jump. Swindles falling like the basket damage, he's gone! They will lose the Shaker, but nice reaction there from Wings to take down Beastmaster in return.
Are you okay, man? That was a... I can't even understand
I
that.
tell you who's not okay, IO. Revealing having a huge amount of heal bomb damage now with the defusal. Faith trying to turn an arrow coming through. Faith jukes it out, Sunstrike. It's going to be shared damage. Not going to be anywhere close to fatal. But 2-1 on the board there for Complexity.
That was a huge kill on Earthshaker. I actually think that was sort of worth trading because it will just delay when Wings is going to be strong. And Complexity does want to aim for later in the game. Like Phantom Lancer needs at least another item or two until he feels fairly strong. And Odie's in kind of a weird position this game. Like Veno matches up quite well versus him. It forces him into this early BKB that most ODs don't want to bother getting. But even then, it's still not even that amazing versus Veno because it will last longer than the BKB does. So I kind of like the Veno versus it. And you don't even have to like straight up fight the OD. You just jump in, ulti, maybe gale him, and then you just walk away and keep putting wards so that he's ultimately slowed and taking a lot of damage.
Well, OD did just get himself a nice BKB, so that's going to help out a little bit with the magical damage there.
Yeah, you're not listening to me at all, are you?
No, I just like to repeat what you say and then say it even better. So that's my only jam. I do have one question though. How is Venomancer going to transition into a carry in this game? What item do...
Give me the ag straight up, but I mean 15.
He gets a Blade of Alacrity and he just holds on to it the whole game. It's that plus 10 damage, dude.
That's what we're
makes
looking
all the
for.
difference.
Still 23 minutes in, 10 for 10. Vocal at the top, PL and Veno neck and neck in terms of farm. We can see it's both teams running out top lane. Z-Freak is going to have eyes on Ice Ice. If he can land an arrow, maybe he can try and go for something. There's going to be a bot in. Oh, okay. Slam! He says, you're not coming anywhere near here. They will at least get the kill on the Mirana, but my goodness, those creeps just certainly got shown it.
I'm not even upset about that.
That was amazing.
Like early game Echo Slams, they're not as valuable in a lot of cases as you expect them to be. Once you get Blink, yeah, you don't want to waste that.
Oh, Hanscan, Graven TP, and he's out.
Oh! Wow, look at that. Great job.
Very nice.
Bot tower being pressured in the meantime. The TP did get cancelled, so at least they can maybe get the tier 2. It looks like, yeah, especially with Echo 3, they're out though. Can they catch anybody?
Gretchy's still hanging around in the tree line limb. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Out in time.
Alright, well, we got a problem here for Complexity. They are out of towers, which means that anything that they got, any kind of space that they lose, we're looking at tier 3s now, so, these guys gonna get a little bit more aggressive, or are they just gonna keep getting ratted like this?
Again, they don't want to commit to a team fight that isn't super in their favor, and as long as Wings doesn't get majorly out of position with a couple solo heroes, then we probably won't see that many fights. Because again, Complexity wants to wait 20 minutes to take the engagement. They do have to worry about Echo Slam. They will have to worry about Veno combos, but Weaver will get out carried by a PL and an OD. With that said, they have a really good team fight on Wings. That's the scary part.
I mean, look at the Limp's PL as well. He's got a lot of money racking up. I mean, against like a shaker. Oh, actually, what's his ball? We can have a look at actually in the crate. Yeah, it's picked up the Asher. I mean, does he still? Is that just going to stay as the Asher, or do you still finish the Manta even against Wings lineup?
You definitely finish the Manta.
Yep.
It's not worth getting rid of it just because there's the potential of having a slightly stronger Echo Slam. Not worth it at all. I mean, you can remove bugs. I think you can dodge projectile attacks. There's a lot of really good solutions that Manta gives you. You can split push with it, for example, spawn illusion, send him down a lane. You can't really do that anymore with PL ever since they changed him, so having Manta would give him that opportunity.
I see Shadow at the moment still on track to getting a very good timing on the Ags. I mean, this has been a very, very impressive speed of farm here for Shadow on the Venomancer. And Wings, grouping up. See if they go for anything after taking this. Yeah, Smoke is ready on Ice Ice, and the Echo Slam will be back up in 10, so this is the time to go. BKB done for Faith as well on his Weaver. So here we go. Let's see what they can find. Complexity have a ward on the high ground. I don't think it's spotted anyone out there towards the mid lane, so they should be having a pretty good chance of trying to catch someone off guard here. Already Limp backing up. 3 of them, in fact. Just keeping themselves safe. Bottom lane was being pushed out, but again, Complexity. See if they just head into the tree line and get themselves out. Hanscan. He's got his grave and he has got a TP. They've got a lot of interrupts though, and Hanscan, if he gets spotted out, it should be an easy kill, and he has. TP's not going to be successful, and they will catch out the Dazzle. But again, it did take them quite a while with that smoke, and it is just the Dazzle, so Complexity are finding space elsewhere across the map.
Yeah, that's absolutely worth it there for Complexity. I don't really like that Wings is... I feel like they're smoking a little bit too late. They're reacting constantly to what Complexity is doing. Complexity goes to the lane, they push it out, they leave. And every time Wings says, oh, we're gonna go take a fight down here, but then they back off. They need to get there as the split push is starting. and then initiate the fight. But it's a little difficult to predict it that far ahead. But if you're just a little bit behind, this is the kind of stuff that happens. Complexity's still farming. They're still split pushing. Yeah, Wings is gonna get a Roche out of it, but it's an advantage, but it's closer towards a trade than it should be.
Alright, a little bit of vision with the Hawk as the boys start to get together. They know that Roche just went down, so they're going to group up and maybe back out a little bit here. Meanwhile, though, Wings is looking to clear out their lanes, get a little push action going, and see if they can't get that aggression that they've been looking for this entire game.
Oh, still more farming going on.
Well, there's Jags now done by Shadow. Mech on the eye as well, so it's 2 big item pickups for these fights.
Ooh.
And, we will see if indeed Wings can look to find them. Obviously, as you said, using a lot of smokes already before this point, so they're going to be limited on the amount of times that they can try for this for the time being. Chesty now got 1100 on top of the BKB, trying to catch up here on the OD and get himself into the realms of being scary.
And the blink is pretty scary. He could potentially position really well, force bad spells out of his opponents. That's probably the best thing he can do for our team fight, and this may be finally the fight getting started, hopefully.
See if yeah, indeed. I mean, if you are Wings, you want to try and push up to the high ground, or?
It's still pretty scary. I think it's scarier for Complexity, though. They still throw out Aqua Slam, Veno ultis, things like that. But if they find some solo heroes, they definitely can go for kills. PL's still pretty weak as well. He maxed out his Phantom Rush skill. It's great for mana burning people down, but he's got no HP for a while.
Oh, Hanscan and Limp. Just getting into the trees in time. Hanscan could have been in trouble if he was caught out there. Complexity just clearing out the mid lane. They're going to buy a gem on the Shaker as well, trying to lock down some of this vision that Complexity have across the map.
They're putting a lot of pressure on that cat. You guys like cats? You cat people? You into cats?
Like what?
You like cats? You have cats?
Slightly allergic.
You're allergic to cats. OD, you a cat guy?
I like cats.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Limp. Now with the bounty Hanscan again. I mean, we're seeing Wings come down every time. Dazzle seems to have a little home set up here. He's always there. This time getting away before they managed to spot him out. But Limp got eyes on Blink.
Is this a fight?
Marana as well. Is he gonna? No. No.
Okay.
Not yet.
They're worried.
Soon.
You know that the IO and the Weaver can always relocate, so even if those are the only heroes they see, that could be a 5v5 in any moment. Someday we'll see a Veno ulti. I don't know which day it'll be, but...
That would be sick.
I must be yeah, I was going to say close to 16.
I really don't think he's used it yet.
I did once when they went top, didn't they? When the Weaver was going ham.
Okay.
I want to say.
Oh, he's like a beautiful flower, you know? He's got to wait to bloom. We'll wait for that Venomancer blooming. And right now, we're zooming on the bot. Taking more creeps.
What? Are you still awake?
I'm fine, dude. Okay? This match is putting me a little bit to sleep here. I'm used to these two teams just going at each other's throats, and they're taking their time now.
Oh, they might find each other.
I see break.
So close.
Oh!
Oh, are we going to get a kill?
Oh, this is more awkward.
Oh! Bye.
Damn.
Nearly.
Yeah.
We nearly had it.
That was like my high school prom, dude. Just a lot of missed opportunities.
That was good. Is that
Oh, let's see.
Too bad, man. So you guys both did like a high skill blink in the opposite direction?
You know, I went for the arrow and she blinked away.
Oh, I see.
I'm talking about Blinks, Beastmaster, Mr. Swindles. He's got his one locked down as well. So next he tries to try and catch out, especially that Eye in the back line. So I guess even a hero like the Veno. If you can catch out the Veno before he jumps in, that's a huge amount of damage. That's that you got to be worrying about when the team fight continues. And bottom lane, Hanscan, he gave us all. He's good.
Okay.
They have no vision of him in there. They're just testing out with the bugs, but now they'll see him. Can he get himself out? Oh no, he can't. There we go. Good old Hanscan satisfying our lust for blood there a second time.
I'm gonna call that one an overkill. I think Invoker was just happy to cast more than Forge Spirits in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. Who doesn't like killing dazzles? It's a great national pastime in Dota.
Right? You're not wrong.
Oh, I nearly got level 16 on the Venom. I mean, one thing, Complexity, they might not expect this because they've not felt it. It's for a long time. Oh, that leads out.
That was
oh,
real
no. Oh!
He actually didn't get hit by the Venom ulti. Oh, he didn't use it, that's
I
why.
didn't use it.
Makes a whole lot of sense.
I mean, that would have been good if he did get hit.
I think he forgot that he
Next
has
level
it.
play.
He's putting the skill points into it, but he's like, eh.
It's a passive purchase. Oh, Chesty. Another man is looking close to dying.
Oh, big Fisher.
Oh, Moonlight Shadows, not enough. That's Jesse down. Wings slowly breaking away at complexity now. They're
What
trying
was
to
that
push.
blink? Okay, he wanted to die or something? I don't know.
Ooh, everybody enjoy that last kill. We're on kill rations on this one.
There's going to be some kills now.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, base defense coming in, fortification out. They do have a buyback available on the OD. We'll see if Wings could try and force it out of them. At the moment, complexity looking good at holding it. Just to clear out some of these wards. They're out of the jump in on the sidelines. There's your Venom. It only catch out Swindles on the Beastmaster though. So the strike as well, looking for him. Oh, it's going to get him each. Back to the fountain though. The regional being up high side, getting beat down. It's going to be close in the fountain. I think he should be fine.
Yeah, he's okay.
He, he's good.
Oh,
He's golden. And the space has been created here in the mid for Wings to do a serious amount of damage to the base. They'll take down the melee racks. That'll be that for the time being. Now they just get themselves out of it. So complexity, they don't execute the buyback on the OD, but they do end up losing the melee racks for it in the middle.
It's pretty amazing how much time that applies them. You just ulti 2 heroes and they have to go back to base for 15 seconds or something. And now he's got 2,900 more gold.
Oh, it's going to be the Maelstrom.
Okay.
Alright.
Push lanes, I guess. They definitely do need some more DPS, and with Weaver going the build he did, which was Diffusal into Black King Bar, he's got a lot of utility, but he doesn't have that much damage. In some ways I was wishing he got a Deso instead, because he'd be a really good counter against the OD then. But he's going to another Diffusal Blade recipe and a Crystallis for the crit.
okay. Mr. Swindles taking a little look around, little looky-loo. Not going to be finding anything. A little more pressure in the bottom lane as the push continues. Ooh, we got something.
Oh, that was nice as well. Swindles, if he can get this though. There's the BKB out in time, he won't. But Swindles actually sent the Hawk over. TP with his bots, there's hardly any distance at all. And he still won't get the kill though. But he's able to TP himself out of that one. So, again, this time complexity looking for the action, but Wings, he went to be a little bit too tricky to take down on some of these heroes.
Yeah. Either way, he did trade for... Oh, Tornado bottom.
Oh, let's see if they can kick it off. There's a relocate coming in as well. Look at the Swindles, Meteor down to his head, he's gone. Slam onto Chessie to control. They've got the sentry down. The Shadow Wave will come out in time. Chessie looking for the TP out. And they got the interrupts. Oh, yeah! The enchant totem blocking the aftershock just in time. The Wings, they'll find a second one there. OD down again, does have buyback. Swindles, he will not have buyback available for this defense. So we'll see how hard Wings go through. They've still got the ultimate up on Shadow as well, and we saw before, as you said, even if he just hits one, he can still make the defense very hard for complexity and create more than enough space for Wings to do some serious damage.
It was just a really good fight for them to take, since they knew that that one hero that left wasn't going to be there anymore.
Well, this time OD's buying back. Chessie back in the game, realizes that he can't just let a second set of racks fall.
I mean, they don't seem too scared. The racks are already halfway down. Looks like, whew, they might just be able to take it.
Oh, Louise has come through. Shadow laying down the valve. Gets the ult out to Limb, but Limb now part of the BKB. Jesse as well moving forward. Looking for Shadow, but he's going to get tethered up by Innocence. He's going to be fine for the time being. The Cruise as well. Shadow just turns around. He lives through all of this. Limb desperately trying to chase him. He's going to turn his attention towards Iron. Will take down the Io here. Fade still fighting around. Diffusal Blade down onto Limb. Limb take a lot of damage to the right things. He gets on the double gate just in time. Limb falling up as well, trying to escape. Blink for the Fisher from my side. He'll get it. And that is 2 to OD and PL out of the game and no buyback available. This is a very, very rocky situation for the side of complexity. I don't know if they can hold for 60 seconds. Wings, with that play there, they might have just done it.
Oh man, this could be 3. There's no buybacks, Parks. What do we do?
Cast the game.
Oh my god! Team Wings!
Oh, Raw. He's trying his best. The L jumps in, but the Fisher again coming out. Look at Johnson. Free. Bursted down. There's going to be a buyback from I, getting himself straight back in the fight. They want to end this one, Wings, but found themselves at fault. Swindles, the last man standing in. GG. Wow. Well played is called. After a very passive and calculated series, Wings are the ones to remain victorious and move on, and complexity will be going home.
The Venomancer did exactly what they wanted to. It changed up the strengths of the map. It forced complexity to play completely different. They just sat bottom and they never let them take the tower. They did get mid very rapidly, but they weren't allowed to play the game that they planned to do. And they always kept them on the back foot, and they just delayed the game. They tried to get kills, but complexity never was able to actually win a fight, and that last one just cost them too much.